don't want to fear monger on stuff. And I think we've seen an awful lot of that about just about every economic development idea that's come along in the last few years. And I think that is creating a very chilling atmosphere in South Dakota for developers and people who want to make investments and improve the economic situation in South Dakota are probably maybe looking elsewhere as a result of that. And with respect to a moratorium, I would not support that. I think we can do our work without putting up another artificial barrier to development.
Well, I would say in response to that, characterizing the citizens' concerns as fear.
Mr. Speaker, I hope we don't have to have a debate on every issue. You've had your say on a lot of stuff. Now I've made one. Good. So yeah, I guess if these press conferences are going to be debates between the House and the Senate, and that's what they'll be, but I don't think that's necessary.
No, I'm simply stating that, we've seen how these things have played out over the years. You go back, the question was asked about the pipeline, and on the pipeline, we just talked about Jared Bosley and, his house being, entered into by these surveyors. Hundreds of...
Mr. Speaker, was there ever an arrest for that home invasion? I've heard that over and over again. I was wondering if there was ever an arrest for an alleged home invasion.
Yeah, no, thank you for allowing me to speak. I appreciate it. So in that case, these people went into Jared's house, into his shop, onto his property. In that case, you had hundreds of South Dakota landowners who were sued. And then now, in this case, we're hearing, concerns about rate increases of upwards to 200+% for people's electric bills as a result of these data centers. So we're hearing real concerns from people, and that's the concerns that we're bringing to this legislative process, to have the debate in the committees and on the floors, and that's what that's all about.